If anyone is worried about the future and what the future is going to hold for your business, if you just want some advice around getting your business online, I've been 100% online for about 5 years now. I have an entire staff that work all around the world, and we just communicate via online platforms. So if you want help with that, I'm more than happy to help you with that. And if you just want to hang out with some like-minded bitches drinking wine, then get excited because you're in the right place. My name's Amber Renae. I'm from amberrenae.com. I'm an online business strategist and personal branding expert. And this is a new show format for me. I'm trialing a new show called Wine Time with Amber Renae, where I get to do two of my favorite things, drinking wine and helping you grow your business. So I've got heaps of awesome questions that I'm going to be answering today on the live call. So if you want me to answer some of your questions, just drop me a chat in the chat below. And I'm going to hopefully be doing this every week as a great way to connect with everyone and really just offer support during this crazy situation. Nate has asked how the situation is in Australia. Nate, so far I feel like we've done pretty well. I feel like we're not as bad as America is about to be. We locked down pretty early, and places like where I am right now in Queensland, where we were in lockdown like before really anything hit us here. So I feel like we've done pretty well. But cheers to everyone who's on the call live. Cheers to everyone who's joining me live. So some of the questions that I'm going to be answering today are things like what the best funnel is right now. So what funnels are working for the current situation. I'm going to be talking about whether you should be doing a high ticket versus a low ticket offer in your business. And I've got some people in bricks and mortar businesses that want help with what they can do in the current situation. I've got some awesome support around if you're a bricks and mortar business or if you're an event business like Rainbow Tribe, beautiful Rainbow Rach, who's got some awesome things happening online. I've got some advice for you guys as well. So if you want some support, drop me your questions below. I'll answer them live, or you can send me a voice message on the DM, and I can help you on the DM as well. So I've got some voice messages I'm going to play in a little minute. But first, let's wine. Alrighty, so I just want to let you know that if you have a friend or a boss babe or any groups that you might know that might be interested in this, please share this with them. If you can give me some love, some likes, some hearts, this will help push it back out into the newsfeed, because what I'm about to share is obviously going to help a whole lot of people here. So let's try and get it into the hands of as many people as possible. So first up, I want to start with a pandemic pep talk to lift your spirits and raise your vibration, hopefully help you shift out of some of that fear that you're likely experiencing right now, and hopefully shift into a higher vibration state. So first up, I'd love to know, let me know in the comments below, any positive impacts that this has currently had on your life. So what I'm currently trying to do is to choose the positivity in all of this and focus on the positive outcomes. So every day I find that there's something else awesome that's happened to me as a result of this coronavirus. So I'd love to hear from you what has been a positive impact on you and in your life, so that we can really start focusing on that, because there's so much fear, and perhaps rightfully so, going around right now. But rather than choosing to focus on the negatives, which I appreciate there are a lot, perhaps instead we can take this time to remember what's truly important. So reconnecting with family and friends and community, reducing travel so that the environment, the skies, the air, and our lungs all get a break. There are parts of China that are seeing blue sky and clouds for the first time in forever. And again, working from home rather than commuting has less pollution and more personal time. So it was time for a change, and we all knew that, and change has arrived. So the mark of real leaders and real successes in the current situation is how they're going to react to this change. So this, I believe, is an opportunity here for us to prepare our foundation for the next stage and level of our life and business. So what are you going to do during this time? You can declutter your office, you can do your paperwork, you can fix up your finances. But what if you choose to use this time to upskill yourself and ensure you become an invaluable player in your industry? So figuring out your long-term goals and figuring out a way so that you can be protected in a situation like this. I want to share a personal story with you now about what happened with me when the global financial crisis, the effects finally hit Australia. So I was a fashion stylist, fashion editor, TV presenter at that time. And of course, they were, as soon as the effects hit, obviously all monies for all of that kind of business dried up. So I was completely unemployed, unemployable, could not get work to save myself. I even tried to go back to my job as an engineer to try and get work as an engineer. I literally could not get any work. And it was only in that time that I was sort of pushed, I always say pushed into starting this business, which is my online coaching and e-course business, which is truly my absolute divine best business for me to be in. It helps me serve every day on a bigger and bigger level. Every day I'm reaching and impacting millions of people all over the globe, and I'm able to do that because of what happened during that, the GFC. So I just want to remind everyone that, like, yes, it's an extremely difficult time. I'm not taking that away from anyone, but I just didn't realize when I was going through that back during the GFC, I didn't realize that the loss of job would steer me in the direction of starting this business, which is so much more aligned than fashion styling or TV presenting. So I just want to let you know, economic downturns are not necessarily a bad thing. In fact, I see this as an opportunity for people to take control of their future. And I'm calling it the great corrector. I feel like there's going to be a great correction in a lot of people's paths, a lot of people's futures, and hopefully a correction in the way that the planet is headed as well. So the reality is, markets, industries, technologies, and conditions have always changed and will continue to do so. Now's not the time to live in fear and panic. Now is a time to find and explore the opportunities that exist for you. So it's time to set yourself apart when everyone zigs zag. So let me know if you're loving this. Leave me some hearts. Let me know on the chat if there's anything that I can help you with. I've got some awesome questions that I'm going to be answering in a minute. But first up, I just want to let you know what I'm doing personally. So obviously, social distancing, eating lots of good immune boosting foods and vitamins. And then I'm also meditating. So I'm going super deep with my self-care and my meditation and my mental health practices. And Jen Kiner is doing the same. I am doing lots of daily sound healing. So I can send some of these, I'll put some of these in the chat below. There's beautiful sound healings. There's beautiful things like Rainbow Rach from Rainbow Tribe is hosting online cacao ceremonies, and I'm really diving deep into all of that just to make sure that my vibration is super good, super strong. I'm also not buying into the hype on social media. So when all of this first started, I was like, hours every day watching every single news report and figuring out what was going on. And now I'm limiting myself to about 10 minutes of really trustworthy news sources. There is so much fake news around at the moment, and I'm seeing lots of other propaganda slipping into my news feed, and lots of people sharing really scandalous, like outrageous and really disturbing news, which when you dive into it, it's like, this is not news. So I'm really limiting myself on that. And the other thing that I'm doing to help make sure that I'm consuming really positive content is that whenever I come across a feel-good news story in my feed, I engage with it. So I leave it some love, I share it, I comment, and that way I'm telling the algorithm that I want to see more of the good stuff in my news feed and I don't want to see any more of the fake news. So this is something that you can all do. When you find something that makes you feel good, give it some love, give it some hearts, and that way you're going to get more of that into your news feed. Just like this post. If this post is good for you, then like it and send some love to me so that you get more of this kind of thing in your feed. And then I'm also going deep with growth. So I really feel like this is the opportunity to step up, and this is why I'm hosting these, to see if I can help you step up. If you need help in your business, if you need help just with your own life to get yourself more aligned to what changes are about to happen. So I really see this as a chance to rise up and to rise up powerfully together. So I'm here to let you know that I'm here to help you, and let me know what I can do to serve you over this period. So that is what I had to say about that. And now I've got some questions from the babes that want help with their businesses. So I'm going to play this chat from Makeup by Tula. So this is what Ava had to say.
Hi, my name is Ava Tula and my business is Makeup by Ava Tula. My question is, during this crazy time, should I, since I can't meet with people in person, obviously we're working on online businesses now, should I be focusing on high ticket offers or low ticket offers? My instinct tells me to focus on high ticket offers and to create some kind of funnel to funnel that high ticket client into a phone consultation and to close them over the phone and then provide a service later once things calm down and we're able to engage with people. Let me know what your thoughts are. Thank you so much.
Love that question. Let me plug my microphone back in. So I'm doing like this live kind of radio show. So hopefully this format's going to work out. So if you want to send me a voice message on the DM, I can play it. We can get a little interactiveness happening. I've also had people like sending me emails and everything, or dropping in comments. There's a bunch of comments over on the Facebook page. So I'm going to answer all of your comments, questions. Ramona, Karina, Lily, and Claire. Cheers, Claire. Nice to see you. Okay, so Ava has asked, should she be pitching low ticket or high ticket offers right now? So Ava, my personal feeling, which is similar to yours, is that a high ticket offer with a high touch funnel is going to work best. So people are wanting to be reassured, they're wanting to be they're wanting to connect with people. So anything like, an automated webinar funnel, which was working last year, is not going to be working this year. So what you're going to need to do this year is high ticket, high touch. So jumping on as many phone calls as you possibly can, doing as many live streams as you possibly can, so that people can really get to feel your energy, feel your vibe, understand what you're all about. And then the way to close sales for at least the next 3 to 6 months is going to be from a phone call. So, figuring out your content funnel. So it should be a content to a live sales call, and you may need to do a number of sales calls. So what I'm seeing is that I've had a bunch of sales calls with people this week that want to work with me one-on-one. They don't want to commit the money today, this week, because we're still living in a scary place, but I offered awesome support. I gave excellent advice, and we're going to check back in every week until they feel like now's the time that they want to pull the trigger on that. And I feel like that's going to be the way moving forward to sell high ticket offers, like a number of calls to get people over the line. The other thing that I want to remind you about your high ticket, your sales content funnel to sales call funnel, is that you want to, when people book in a call with you, so I've got my calls automated on Calendly, so people just go in, they grab a time in my time on Calendly, and then before they come to the call, you want to make sure that you're giving them as much information about you to help them know, like, and trust you, to help them really understand what you're all about and how you're going to be able to help them. So authority pieces from you in the media, any testimonials, any case studies, examples of your work. So for instance, I give a couple of articles of me in the press. I give testimonials from my past mastermind clients, and I give some of my funnels. So some of my videos, my live streams where I show funnels. So that's the kind of thing that you want to be prepping people with before they come and have a one-on-one coaching call with a strategy call with you, because that way they're going to be prepped to understand, like, okay, cool, I get it. I get what she can do for me. I get that she's my girl. I'm going to move forward with her. What has just happened? Oh, my live video has ended. What happened? Okay, I'm going to start a new live video over on Facey. Maybe there's 20-minute calls. That's so random. Let me know if that helps, Ava. It looks like you're live on our call with us, so let me know if that's helped you. If it has, or if it's helped anyone else, please give me some thumbs up, give me some love, and let me know that this is helpful for you, so that we can keep doing these every week. And someone said my voice isn't clear. Is it that the microphone is blurry, or is it just that I talk 6 million miles an hour? If it's option B, I'm sorry, I just can't do much about that. Camera, go live. Okay, we're back live on the Facey. All right, so then I have another question here, which hopefully is going to play, from Angel. So let me just get this ready. Okay, so that's live. Okay, so Angel has asked.
Hi Amber, my name is Angel and I'm at Angel Knows, and I am a book writing coach, and my business, I help new writers that want to write a book get their story out. My question for you is, how do you find your first clients or get followers that are interested in what you are offering? I don't have a platform right now. My followers that I do have aren't active or interested in what I'm doing, so I'm looking to find those first potential clients. Right now, with the strategies that I'm using, I'm attracting more people that are doing the same thing that I am, and not necessarily potential clients. Thank you.
Awesome question there. So that was a great question there from Angel Knows. She's a book writing expert and wants to find her first clients. So firstly, Angel, I'm actually feeling called to write a book during this time. So I may come and speak to you about writing that book. So what you want to do is you won't be able to attract people. You need to for your first clients, you're going to need to go and find them. So you're going to need to go and find groups on Facebook and LinkedIn and join those groups where potential writers are hanging out. So if I was trying to write a book, I'd probably go and hang out in a book writing group where people are giving strategies around how they're actually writing their book. So for instance, techniques around how to write a book, and also any book associations. Like in Australia, there's a couple of like book writing associations that I'm sure would have groups or pages that you could go and join and you could go and be active in. What you're going to need to do is be active in those groups, be active in the on the comment thread, and you're just engaging with people. So offering value, offering support, showing up, and really just starting conversations and being involved in conversations that are already happening. So if you're finding that when you join these groups, whatever conversation is happening, get involved. So, leave your 2 cents, drop some knowledge, add some wisdom, and then really just be active in those groups. There's heaps of LinkedIn groups as well, so make sure you go and find them on LinkedIn also. And then the other thing that you want to do is follow hashtags on Twitter. So there is, on Twitter, on Instagram. So figure out what hashtags new authors are using. So for instance, maybe the hashtag is writing my book, or something along those lines. You'll have to do a little bit of research. Go and find those hashtags, follow them, so you can actually follow a hashtag now, and then it shows up into your newsfeed. And again, get active. So go and be active in those conversations. If someone's written a post about, I'm about to start writing my book, go and be active in that post. Congratulate them, offer them support, give them a little tip, offer them some knowledge, and then again, let them know if there's anything I can do, let me know. The other thing that you could do is go over to your competitors' feeds. So for instance, if you know that you have a competitor who does this exact same thing, go and follow them. Whenever they post, go and look at the people that are engaging in their post, and if they look like they might be your potential authors, then you want to go and engage with them. So in your competitors' comments, go and engage with your with the people that are leaving comments in your competitors' post. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. Shout out to everyone who's watching live. So stoked that you're all joining in. It's wine time with Amber Renae. So please, if you're drinking wine, let me know and give me some thumbs up and some love if you're watching this, so that I know that this is helping you. Yay, Coco Louise, how are you? My Facebook Live seems to be, my Facebook page rather, doesn't seem to be working so well. Hi, Humble Air. I feel like you asked me a question earlier in the week. Let me just get this. Hi, Sante Skin. What's up, Jack? What's up, Nicholas? What's up, Christine, Jake, Adrian? Hi, Stylist Marie. Give me some love, you guys. I'm just getting this live stream happening again, and the level of technical ridiculousness is obscene. I guess drinking during a live stream probably doesn't help. Let's see. Go live. Okay. Thanks for the hearts, Facey. Thanks for the hearts, Insty. Okay, so there's a bunch of questions over on the Facebook page. Answering what you will look forward to most when this is done was an eye-opening. Okay, so Karina over on the Facebook page has said, answering what will you look forward to most when this is done was eye-opening and an amazing target. That's a great question to ask yourselves. I love that. So again, as I said earlier in this, what I'm doing personally is really focusing on anything that has been made better as a result of this lockdown. And every day I'm finding something more and more every day that I'm like, this is the best. I'm so stoked that this has happened. So again, I'm choosing to frame my mindset, and I'm choosing to step into a positive vibration so that I'm attracting more of that into my life. So I encourage you to do that as well, and I encourage you to think about what you're going to look forward to most when all this is done, as I think you'll find it's going to be an amazing, as Karina said, an amazing target. What I truly believe is that this is going to be a great, as I said already, I think it's a great corrector. So I feel like a lot of people are going to be changing the course of their lives. I feel like a lot of people that were all, what I'm predicting is that a lot of people that were like, rising up the corporate ladder and trying to make lots of money are going to be like, you know what, I'm just happier hanging out at home with my family because I've done that for the last couple of weeks. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of that kind of thing going down. Lily has asked, do you have the Insight Timer app, the meditations and music shows how many people are meditating right now at the same time around the world? I don't have that, but you guys, there is a global mass meditation happening in about 24 hours from now. I'm going to come back and leave I can leave a post. I'll do a post about it later on. But there is a global mass meditation happening all around the world. So I am going to post that, and hopefully you guys can all join in on that. What's up, Serena DC? Thank you. Glad that you're loving it. Humble Air has asked, all the things we always complain we don't have time for: self-growth, taking the classes, calling that friend. Exactly. That's right. All of a sudden we've all got all of this time, right? Okay, so, and over here on the other live chat, Ramona has asked, any innovative ways for event stylists? So my brother runs an event management business, and his business has also dried up. So I appreciate that this is a stressful time for you guys. So I'm sorry that you're going through this, and I appreciate that, of all the industries, yours is probably one of the hardest ones hit. So I just want to share that and let you know that I empathize with you, and I'm so sorry that that's what you're going through right now. My advice to them, because they're not looking for money right now, was to just look for developing systems and processes and things to make your life easier when the economy picks back up, which it will pick back up. So, rewriting the copy on your website, figuring out any standard operating procedures. So like any documents that you can give to onboard a new client, or any documents that you can give to help a staff member when they're setting up a new event or something like that, is always a great thing to do at this time. The other thing, Ramona, is I've actually just shot a video that has 13 ways that you can make money today, and it's online. So 13 ways that you can make money online today. So you can look for that here or here or here. I'll link it up later on. And I feel like for you guys in particular, if you can figure out a way to host live online events, like I tried to get my brother to do that, but his events are for like corporates like St. George and things like that. So they're probably not going to do online events. But perhaps some of your clients are interested in getting online and hosting live online events like this global mass meditation that's about to go down. Okay, so I have some questions about that people have sent through earlier in the week. Let me just find them. And if you have any other questions for me, let me know below and I'll answer them for you. Humble Air has said, creating a course for people that want to get into that industry. What a great idea, Humble Air. Fantastic idea. So I definitely can help you with that. There's a free masterclass. If you want access to the free masterclass, I can teach you how to get your business online. I'll drop it in the comments below, but definitely figuring out or even figuring out a automated way to lead gen this time. So can you figure out an automatic lead generation system? So an automatic lead gen funnel. So things like, figuring out what your lead magnet is, or figuring out what content needs to be created, or batching like 6 months of content so that when you come back online, you'll be able to bang out your content really easily over the next 6 months. So if I were you and I had like an event management business, I'd be thinking about those kind of things. So like batching 6 months of content, creating a few lead magnets, creating some SOPs like standard operating procedures, that kind of thing. Alrighty. Ava has asked, do you think there's any room for beauty influencer deals right now, or are brands cutting back? I'm actually seeing an increase in influencer deals going on right now. So I've had more interest in my Instagram marketing over the last couple of weeks than I have in a really long time. So I truly believe that that those kind of brands are wanting to reach people during this time, because like there's that huge study that said, like, during times of war, women's the number of purchases of women's lipstick goes up because it's seen as like a luxury piece, something that makes you feel better. So we all know that, like, everyone in the marketing industry has heard about this kind of the spike in lipstick sales during times of war. And what we're kind of going through right now is the similar effect of that kind of environment. So no, I think now is definitely the time to be doing brand deals. I'd be reaching out to any of your brand deals. Like, for instance, I saw one today, someone wanted me to do a how to dye your hair at home. So if that's what you can do, Ava, then go and create a free piece of content on that and send it around to like Schwarzkopf and Revlon and anyone that has like home dye kits, and pitch it and be like, do you want me to use your kit by doing this at home by myself? So hopefully that has helped, Brittany. Ava, Lily's excited for the global meditation. Me too. Brittany's asked, what makes you most happy? Well, right now, wine. Also, typically is the beach, which is why I'm super glad that I'm not in Sydney right now, because all the beaches are shut down. But yeah, like the beach, and then like honestly, right now I'm doing my mornings are morning yoga and then a sound healing on the beach. And it's fucking mind-blowing. It's like I'm like levitating every single morning doing this sound healing, because it's like beautiful blue sky, blue water, you can hear the crashing waves, and I'm like sitting on the the sand, so I'm like super grounded. Oh my god, it's like every morning I'm like, oh, this is some good shit. It's really, really good. Maria XX has asked, what books do you recommend? So the number one book that I've ever read in my entire life that I genuinely believe everyone should read, and especially now you should be reading it, is The Surrender Experiment by Michael, what's his name? Michael. If you just Google The Surrender Experiment, you'll find it. Super famous book, super incredible story. So I read that. I've never read any book more than once. I've got a photographic memory, so I just read things once. I don't want to read it again. I read that book front to back 7 times in a row. So the minute that I got to the end, I started at the start and then I reread it again back to front. And it's all about surrendering and letting the universe decide and handing over all control, which is exactly what we all need to be doing right now, and just letting it all, letting it all be as it's meant to be, and trusting that it's all working out for our best. And that's like my daily mantra. Like, I trust that this is working out for the best. What's up, Samantha Brett, Asa Georgelo, and is there a limit on wine? Fortunately, in Australia, there is not. Oh, no, there is. I think it's like 17 cases or something, but I should be okay. Sasha. Oh, yeah, okay, cool. So I've got a couple of questions here that I answered today on my coaching call. Mickey Singer, well done. EVR, love you. Michael A. Singer, The Surrender Experiment. If you haven't read that book, download it now. Get it on Audible. Get it on Audible, actually. He's got the most amazing, soothing voice. He will literally make you feel so calm and so relaxed. Michael Singer, The Surrender Experiment. Stop what you're doing after this live stream and go and get it now. It's amazing. Okay. What's up, Tessa Chan? Are you having a wine with me, Tessa? It's been a long time between wines. All right, that's still working. Okay, so I have a couple. So leave me some love if you guys are loving this. Let me know in the chat if you have any questions that you want me to answer. Yeah, and give me a thumbs up, and let me know if you're drinking wine, more importantly. Okay, so Sasha, I did my Freedom Funnels coaching call earlier today, and a couple of great questions came through that I wanted to share with you today. So Sasha Fedorovsky, she does a mindset program for corporates that helps them helps their mindset in the corporate world. So I was looking at her Instagram. She wanted me to audit her Instagram, so I was auditing her Instagram, and we were trying to figure out a lead magnet for her. And all of her Instagram for like the last 2 or 3 years is these beautiful, long, incredibly well written posts, like lots of really inspiring words. And she'd had like 360 posts, and we were trying to figure out a lead magnet. And I was like, you know what? You should turn these posts into a lead magnet. So you should hire someone on Freelancer, and get them to copy and paste all of these beautifully inspiring posts into an ebook, and that can become your lead magnet. Like, why would you keep rehashing the wheel and writing new content, creating new content? You've already got all the content there. It's already written. It's beautifully presented. So just get someone to copy that content and paste it over into like a Word document, and then send it over to a graphic designer and get it made up in an ebook. Literally, that is the best thing that anyone could be doing right now. Like, go through all the content that you've already created that's inspiring or on brand or teaches or, you know, tells people about what you do. Copy and paste it and put it together into a lead magnet. One of the other girls that we were talking to today, Michelle, she hadn't really put any content out on socials, but she'd already created a lot of her course content for the course that she was teaching. She's a sleep strategist. So that's kind of hard to say after a couple of wines, a sleep strategist. So she was what we decided to do with her was to grab lessons or paragraphs from the content that she'd already written in her sleep strategy program, and to copy and paste that into an ebook, a e-guide. We did this last week with my co-founder in the Learning and Development Academy, in the career development course that I have. What we did is we grabbed like 17 little nuggets of wisdom out of our course. We put it into an ebook, and we called it the Ultimate Employee Handbook. Like the 17 steps to getting a pay rise, getting a promotion, or getting more perks at work. And it was like content that we'd already created. We didn't have to rehash the wheel. We sent it straight over to a graphic designer, and like 3 days later we had an awesome lead magnet. And it's like a 40-page document, so like it's super juicy. So I recommend everyone right now, get your lead magnets together, get your opt-ins together, you know, get all of this sort of content together, so that when it's time for the market to reopen, which it has to, because that's how the world works, you'll be ready and you'll be prepped with some awesome content ready to go. So, you know, rather than just scrolling all day on social media, I recommend getting your business ready for when the market reopens. Lead magnets, opt-ins, anything like that to turn a follower into a customer. And the way that you do that is to figure out like what's the perfect step in the journey that will take someone from being a follower to a customer. So what do I need to tell them about me, or what do they need to know, learn, or experience in order for them to go, oh yeah, cool, I'm gonna like opt into Amber's list, and I'm gonna like go through Amber's funnel in order to become a potential customer of mine. Forever Fashion is saying thank you, my pleasure. Leave me some hearts, let me know, because every time that you guys leave hearts, I get like 10 more people join up. So please leave me some hearts. 1 second. Oh, this is a great question that Paul Michael wrote in earlier. I know that I provide in-person service. So Ava has asked, I'd love to create an online course for the high-ticket clients that I provide in-person services for. I don't know if that's possible. Ava, what you've described there is literally the exact process that you go through when you're creating an online course. So the way that you create an online course is by taking a in-person a one-on-one or a personalized service, like a on high-ticket client service. You show up live for them, you get testimonials, you get feedback, you understand what questions they're likely to ask you at what step in the journey. You know their journey because you've interacted with them in a one-on-one basis. And from that journey, from taking people through it and holding people through it, holding people's hands through it, then you transition that into an online course. So that's exactly the way it works. It's called an MVP. So it's a minimum bankable product. So your minimum bankable product is something like your coaching process that you take people through, or a one-on-one or a group coaching program. Once you've done that a couple of times, then you know the exact process that you need to take someone through in order to create an online course, and that's the transition piece. So this is where people go wrong when they're creating an online course, is that they go from idea phase to trying to build an online course. But the issue with that is you don't actually know what people's troubles are, because you've never taught it live. So you don't know what questions they're going to have. You don't know what feedback they're going to give you. You don't know any of these things. The way that you get to know these things is by teaching it live, and then that way you have the answers that you can then put into an e-course, and you can know that that e-course is going to deliver. It's going to answer all their questions. They're going to get the transformation that you promised them, and you're going to have a super successful e-course that you can sell over and over again, which is awesome, which is what I do. So hopefully that helped, Ava. That was a bit of a rant. I rant about this all day long. Sorry about that. Okay, so Paul Michael asked, how do I work from home with a newborn and a toddler? So this is a great question. Thanks, Errol. So this is a great question that I want to answer. So first of all, if you're working at home and you normally work from an office and now all of a sudden you're at home, you've got your family around you, you've got toddlers around you. I'm currently stuck at my parents' house. I have 2 elderly citizens around me, which I feel like is the same as having toddlers around. My dad, like if I'm doing something like this, I sit at the kitchen table, my dad will come out and just like blend up like a smoothie, like won't even be bothered that he's making all of this noise. So I kind of feel like I've almost sort of like living with 2 toddlers. My mum also is a extreme extrovert, so she must make noise or talk at all times. So I feel like it's kind of almost sort of kind of the same. So what I want to remind you of is if you're working at home with children, actual toddlers, you're currently playing the role of a babysitter, a stay-at-home parent, and a full-time worker. We all know that that is not possible. We all know that those roles are separated between a stay-at-home mom or a stay-at-home dad and a full-time worker. We know that they're separated. So the fact that you're now having to do all of them at once, I just want to remind you that that's the role of 3 people that you're trying to do, and we all know that you can't do 3 people's roles at once really well. So first of all, take a step back, relax, give yourself a little break, and don't beat up on yourself, because you're probably realizing that you're not doing any of the roles well, which is rightfully so, because you're not a superhuman. So how are you expected to do 3 people's roles at once? So firstly, give yourself some slack, stop beating up on yourself, stop being so hard on yourself, and just remind yourself that normally there are 3 people doing this one role. The other things I want to remind you about is that at that point in time, you only want to be doing the essentials. So no above and beyond your role, like just literally just doing enough to get your to-dos done, the urgent list done, and wrapping it up for the day, and then spending some time with your family. Because honestly, when we get time to do this again, this is probably a once in most people's lifetimes where they get to be home every day with their kids. So I personally believe you should relish in that, like enjoy it, and the other thing that you want to remember is like, block out hours of power. So don't expect to just work all day long. Expect to like wake up early, do an hour of power, go and hang out with the kids. Come back when the kids are having, morning tea, do an hour of power, come back. And work in chunks rather than trying to do like your regular 8-hour day, which you would normally have done if you were at work. Ava said that's super helpful. I had a newborn and toddler at the same time. Shout out to Luke, shout out Gemma, Bob, Lucy, Errol, Stylish Empress. It's wine time with Amber Renae, so I hope you guys are drinking wine. Okay, and then I've got another question from Chris Nick 23. Let me know if there are any other questions. Otherwise, I'm going to wrap it up after this. After this question, this will be my last one. But if you are loving this, please leave me some hearts. Please leave me some love. Please give it some thumbs up, because every time you do it, we get pushed straight back out and a whole bunch of new people join up. So Chris Nick 23, Stylish Empress says it's almost 3 a.m. here. I know, I didn't realize it was so late for my New Yorkers. Sorry, Stylish Empress. Thanks for hanging out. It's nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. I hope your business is thriving. Chris Nick 23 has asked, I run a gym and it's closed down. What can I do now to make money? Okay, so this is a great question. So Chris Nick, what I recommend for people that are doing things like that, like bricks and mortar businesses, is firstly, especially like a gym, see if you can rent your equipment out, like hire your equipment out on like a weekly or a monthly basis. My brother is a gym junkie, and he had to go and purchase like the last dumbbells in Sydney, and he was like, Remy, going, these are the last ones available, and he drove like an hour south to try and buy these dumbbells, and I don't know what he paid, but he said that it was like he said it was mayhem. Like every gym junkie in Sydney was in there trying to buy the last remaining dumbbells in Sydney. So if you have dumbbells or things that people may want to use in this current time, why not rent them out? So, can you offer some sort of rental service for your dumbbells and your gym equipment and that kind of thing? I know my brother would love to rent your dumbbells if you've got some. So, and you could contact your people and be like, hey, does anyone want to rent some dumbbells? Does anyone want to, rent a bloody machine? I don't know what they're called, but that's just like something that you could do that would help your people, right? Help your people that are needing you right now. Everyone's on Insta is loving this. So thanks Forever Fashion, thanks Humble Air, thanks Desire, Sex, Love, Communication. Good to see that everyone's loving this. The other thing that you can do if you are a bricks and mortar business and you've been shut down is figure out what you can do online. I know that that's so obvious. I've got a video that I'm going to link up below. It's 13 ways to make money online today. It's a way to make money online outside of your business, so not within your business. But there's lots of ways to make money and tide yourself over during this time. The other thing you can do if you are a bricks and mortar business is have a think about what else you can do within your community to help make money and also just to help your community at this point in time. So for instance, if you run if you're a restaurant and you have a kitchen, can you make at-home meals? Obviously, you're probably doing this anyway because, this is your business. But, can you do an at-home meal delivery service or, like a takeaway service that you wouldn't normally do? Or I was thinking the other day, if I lived in like a little community right now, I would go around to all the restaurants, and if Uber Eats wasn't available or if Sheba Drops wasn't available in my local area, I would literally go and be that person. So I would go around to all the restaurants and I'd be like, hey, can I drop off food to people who can't get into the restaurant? Because where I am in Caloundra, there's a lot of old people. I don't know if they even know about the Uber Eats. So I would go and be that person and I would do it manually. Like I would just get a commission or get, whatever, an hourly rate from the local restaurant to go and deliver food. And I would just set it up in a manual kind of way. So thinking about things that obviously we all know about Uber Eats, but are you living in a community where perhaps the population don't know about Uber Eats? Let me know if there are any other questions. Lily's asked, what was the hardest part? Hang on, let me just have a wine. Can you guys give me some love? Give me some love, give me some love. Lily has asked, what was the hardest part of building your online business and how did you overcome it? Okay, great question, Lily. So the hardest part about building your online business is the part where you go from closet expert, so no one knows that you're actually this random expert because you've just been doing it in your day-to-day life for the last 5 years, 10 years, however long it is, and you go from that point to being out there loud and proud, putting your content out, telling everyone that you're the expert, showing up, doing live streams, telling people that you're going to build a course. That right there, that transition, that's the hardest part about running an online business, that part. Especially if you're going into, Lily, I know that you're going into an expert business where you're a subject matter expert, so you're going to be creating an e-course. I know that about you. So if you're thinking about doing that, then the hardest part about that is the mindset blocks that you'll be faced with when you come to that transition of going rather than me getting paid to one-on-one with my clients, I'm now going to get paid to be an expert in my industry. And that is scary as fuck for your ego, because your ego is going, oh hell no, we're not going to let you do that. We're going to keep you safe. We're going to keep you small. We're going to keep you tucked down here where no harm can be done to you. And that is that's what the ego does, so that we don't get too shiny and too loud and proud, because we all know what happens when we go down that route. So that's the hardest part. It's a mindset shift. Once you shift your mindset, the rest is easy. And yeah, I see literally every single person that comes through my business, that comes through my coaching programs, comes through my my online course business, they all go through a similar kind of thing. So when you're trying to step up and become the expert and put your hand up and say, yes, I am the expert, it's an incredibly challenging thing for the ego. And so once you overcome that, because you're faced with imposter syndrome and who am I to tell people how to live their life and to teach people and to charge for my knowledge, because it's just knowledge, and why should I be charging for it? So that is an extremely difficult thing for a lot of people. But fortunately, it's easy to overcome because it's just mindset. You guys, let me know if you have any other questions. Otherwise, I'm going to wrap up and go and drink some wine. What's up, Delphine? Delphine is my oldest friend. All right, I feel like I'm going to wrap up this whole thing. We've just been live for almost an hour doing Q&A, answering your questions, giving you support, giving you growth, giving you mindset. Hopefully I've shifted some of your energy, shifted your vibration. Hopefully I've helped you step into the realm of possibility, helped you realize that what we're going through right now is a huge, huge ascension and a huge opportunity for you to step up and to really shift into your future, shift into your new reality, and really create change for yourself and create the life that you've always hoped that you were going to live. As I've mentioned several times already, I'm feeling super aligned, super positive about all of this because I'm choosing to feel that way, not because I did feel that way. I was, like a lot of you, extremely fear-based to the point of having panic attacks, and then I decided to shift out of that and to now be extremely grateful for what is going on the planet. So I encourage you to get that way as well. And, you know, lots of tools that I mentioned on today's call to help you with that. One last question from Ava, and then I'm going to wrap things up. Do you think there's room for coaching of people who aren't working right now? For example, I'm a master makeup artist and I can mentor other artists, but lots of makeup artists can't work right now. And Nacy said that was great. Thanks, Nacy. Ava, what I would do if I were you is I would, and I know there are a lot of makeup artists, I'm friends with some of them in America and they're really struggling. Why don't you create a community that you know won't monetize right now, but in 12 months, 24 months is going to be worth a lot of money to you. So if you're able to step up right now, I know that you've got a lot of businesses that you're running, so I know that hopefully that you're going to survive this period and you're going to thrive through this period. Why don't you create a safe place, a community where you upskill people and you're providing content, you're providing value, and it's just a value-based model for the time being that you monetize later on down the track. So get people into a Facebook group, collect their email addresses 100%. So don't let anyone in the group unless you're collecting unless you're collecting an email address, and offer support and guidance and really rise up as the industry leader. Because right now what everyone is looking for is they're looking for someone that they can hold on to, someone that's going to offer hope, someone that's going to offer encouragement, someone that's going to show up and give them support and guidance and coaching for free. This is what everyone's looking for right now. You have that opportunity to be that person in your industry, so go and be it. You got it? Lily has said, thank you for the fantastic advice, tips, expertise, and experiences. As always, big hugs, Lily, yay! See you in the global meditation. And Ava has said, yes, queen. Thank you for the wise words. Awesome, you guys. This has been so fun. Shall we do it again? Let me know. Let me know if we'll do it again. It's probably same time next week. And if you have questions, stop drinking my wine. If you have questions through the week, send me a DM, leave me a voicemail on the DM, or just hit me up in the DMs, and I can answer your questions on next week's live stream, or you can send me an email, whatever is easiest for you. But I'm here to serve, I'm here to help. And in about 30 seconds from now, it's going to be 5:55. So if anyone knows what angel number 5 means, I feel like that's going to be a good time for us to end this call. But thanks for watching in. Thanks, Gabe, thanks, Ava, thanks, JHM, Minxie, Ladies, Beauty Access, V-Story, Designed to Live. Awesome. So glad to be hanging out with you, and I hope you guys are keeping safe. Stay calm, wash your hands, and really choose to cultivate the future and the thoughts that you want to experience. So, you create your own reality. I believe that you are powerful. Now it's up to you to step into that vibration and step into the vibration of possibilities. It's totally up to you, my babes. Love you.